Hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing amazing. I feel so good right now.
Oh, I love that. I can't stop thinking about how you did your Mickey Mouse voice in the first episode of Victory TV.
I know that, I'm actually surprised myself because, I was going to build up to that one and kind of unleash some of these hidden talents that I, as a father, feel very proud of. And that was one of them. That was one of my first proud dad moment because, and now I use it all the time. But it's the only thing I can say is those two words, oh boy.
Nothing else in the Mickey accent?
Well, when I looked it up on YouTube, it was, Mickey's voice goes up and down, it's like this. And so it's like a melody. He's like singing as he's talking, right? So the oh boy worked out, like I said. And I don't try to push it I'm good at those two words. So we'll keep it.
Boy. Yeah. And we didn't get to hear your victory tattoo story, and I feel like it's a really funny one, and you should tell it.
Well, how much time do we have? No, we're gonna make this really, really simple. So, yeah, definitely wanted a tattoo. I think we all get to that age where we're like, hey, we want a tattoo.
Was it 18?
Right? It was 18 or 19,
yeah.
Right? And I remember being at the World Championship tournament, and I got it, and was pretty fearful because, our parents are not fond of, tattoos and stuff. So I was like, you know what?
That generation who thought people who had tattoos weren't going to get a job.
Yeah, exactly. Many people can relate to that, that's the experience. But anyway, so I was like, all right, well, what if I put the name Victory, which is our company name, it won't go by so bad. So, plus, it's a great word. I mean, besides it's our company, it's a great word. It can mean so many different meanings to I think the greatest victory we can all accomplish is the victory within ourselves, in our hearts and our soul, knowing that, we're just getting better every day, right? So, but anyway, so but I built it up great because, we know our parents, we know our dad. And so we built it up where, he thought it was like the worst because I was like, Dad, I got to talk to you. I made it a huge...
Where you did it there in Arkansas?
I did it in Little Rock, Arkansas, yeah. But it was right here. It's the first, victory tat. Just says the words victory. And but anyway, I built it up and he, and then eventually he's like, what, did you get a tattoo or something? And I was like, yeah. And I showed him and it was actually not too bad. But I think I built it up so much. Yeah.
You were so nervous.
I'm probably not the only one in the world that's got a tattoo they were hiding from their parents when they were younger or they didn't want to tell their...
I'm sure it's like 1 out of 4.
That's a good number. I think so too. So
there's definitely people in this room who had tattoos for their family.
Yeah, But then after my daughter was born, I just got a whole bunch of sleeves now. So half sleeves, full sleeves, but it's all part of me.
When you start, it's hard to stop.
It really is, because you always say it's going to be the last one, and it's never. So this side is Valentina, and then this side is Armani. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Speaking of Valentina, thank you for giving me my Valentina, because she is my twin.
Oh.
She's my twin flame.
Oh, my gosh.
She has better style than I do, and that's hard for me to admit, because I don't love clothes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But she is so much fun. And she loves everything that you love. And I think it's so special because she's a little girl who, wants to watch the fights with her dad. And
but she's as girly as can be.
Yeah. I mean, we danced to Taylor Swift in pink tutus together. Yeah. But then she also wants to watch wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah. She changed the world, my world and so many others. And so, wow, we'd have to do a whole podcast just on our kids, right? Because we have so much to talk about. But what a light she is, and how much she teaches me, and how much fun we're having. We really have a great time. Mm-hmm. She feels my love, and I feel hers, and I want her to be able to tell me anything, And that's the thing. I want her to be able to, even the things that are hard to say, you know what I mean? And that means a lot to me. So, but we're still learning as parents, we never got it figured out. We do the best we can, and we have, with great intention. And I know our parents were that way, definitely tough on us, but it was the beautiful intention of making us the best, strongest human beings we can be. And, there's no doubt we're strong. There's no doubt, and, but with our kids, I get to enjoy things that as a kid, I used to enjoy.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say, because Dad took you to the wrestling matches, and he took Valentina last week. I feel like,
Actually,
how does that feel? Or did Dad not? Mom took you.
Dad never took me to the. You know who was Mr. Castillo, the husband of Miss Castillo. Remember?
He would take.
He took me to the wrestling with Alex and all the kids. So Dad never did, but Dad definitely took me to the UFC fights. You know, because that's more our thing. You know, and me, like, I like it all. I think the wrestling for me is like, you know, is entertainment, but it's the highest level of performance. I got so much respect for these guys, you know, because I mean, The Rock, growing up, seeing him, Stone Cold, Triple H, these guys are performers. They walk into a room and they electrify people. And you know, I feel like I can do the same, maybe, you know, again, at the first level, you know, and then there's levels and I understand and respect that. But I feel like there were some, and then when you talk about the UFC guys, martial arts is what we do and it's who we are. And so anyway, my daughter gets to kind of experience all of me, which is really cool. But it's cool to see that that's who she is. She just loves being in your presence. She
and
loves
she's just
people.
she's so just herself, and it's so much fun to see it in our kids that they have. That know, you know, that when you get to that age where you start sheltering like what you're gonna say or how you say something, and so we get to see their freedom and their you know, just innocence and and it's so much fun. But I mean, to have Valentina like the things that you like, or Armani want to dance like Michael Jackson, like these are things that I tie so closely to like your personality. So to like see that in many versions have been so, it's just been so much fun for me. But I really, really want to know how Valentina was at the. I mean, does she have a favorite wrestler? Like,
she knows all of them now. You know, I like did a little fun. She got some awards yesterday in her school. It was awesome. I was so proud. She got to pick out. She's reading, you know, the AR books and stuff, and stuff we experienced, and just seeing all those kids with the awards they got. Valentina wasn't the only one. All those kids are just awesome and amazing, and but so I was like, you know, but then I was like, I'm gonna quiz you on something. I quizzed her a little bit on school, and then I quizzed her on you know, wrestling, because you know what did you, and she named them all, and she just like it's crazy how much they remember and how, you know, and it's a fun thing for me. It's just another thing that we can
bond over,
and that's it. It doesn't have to be more than that, you know. But I took her to SmackDown last Friday, and we were second row, and she had the time of her life, and just being able to see that, and just like kind of like our kids when they go to Disney World. But the thing is, like, I grew up with these guys that were wrestling, but now they're running the whole show, which is amazing. The Rock, Triple H, these guys are doing the behind the scenes, and it's anyway. If she had a great time, you know how it is. If our kids are enjoying themselves, doing something great for them, then we're gonna be there, support, and just be with them. That's the most important.
It is so much fun to just be with them.
I love that.
And Armani is, I mean, he can also name the basketball players, right?
Yeah. So he's a little blonde version of me, you know, in many ways. But number one, I just shout out to all the beautiful people that are in my kid's life. So, you know, it's not, I mean, they're aunts, they're nonas, they're mother, you know, like there's beautiful just energy.
We'd have the best support in the family. So, I mean, there's
first and foremost, gratitude. Gratitude is the mother happiness. Oh my gosh, like,
so grateful.
I'm grateful for that.
Yeah,
you know, and I, so and to say it takes a village to raise children. So, and that's what victory is too. And you know, we're getting to see kids come from, you know, all walks of life and know that, hey, you're part of a community that's going to empower kids, and community is everything right now, right? So the social skills that come with it. It all just ties back together to that
being together.
That groundedness that we all want. And so, I'm grateful for that my kids get to experience that, you know, and then that will be priceless. I mean, that's the best part.
I spent, you know, a few years away, not living close to family.
Yeah.
And now being close, it's like, I don't know how I ever didn't, like, I don't know how I was ever not close, because being able to have that, you know, 5-10 minute away, you know, or emergency, like, there's so many emergencies that happen with kids. Everything's so unpredictable. And Your day could be going one way and then something happened and it goes completely the other. And it's to have each other to call on, also to have people to be around our kids that love us or love our kids just as much. I mean, they would protect just the same as.
Absolutely.
I just feel so grateful on that. And we have a huge family.
Yes, we do.
So I don't even know how many there are of us.
I gotta say, I am the best brother she's ever had. First and foremost, I'm the only brother she's ever had, but I'm still the best. And I always.
The joke was, "You're my favorite brother."
Yeah, favorite brother. Yeah. I can't say that to any of you because then that would be.
But I'm the favorite sister. I can say it.
I have so many. All of you are my favorite, but I'm blessed that we have 4 sisters. I have 4 sisters. You have 3 and a brother. So it's just so cool we get to live this stage at this stage of our life now. Yeah. I mean, the LA was supposed to happen. It brought you so many blessings.
Oh my gosh.
So many lessons. Exactly. So everything is just part of the process. And I'm learning that every day.
To trust the process.
Trust the process and just get to that place where, again, when you get in your head and because, the mind's designed to protect us and people know that. So it's, you got to train it and you got to really go back to that happy place of, man, look at my kids, look there, I get to do what I love. I get to be, anyway, just enjoying this stage because, there's different stages and I'm present in this one and it feels good. It really does.
It is definitely a different stage because I am going to be 30 years old.
Let's go.
In 2 weeks.
Let's go. It is one of the greatest. When I was younger, I remember when being a teenager and somebody was 30, I thought it was old. And but now it's like, this is like, in many ways, it's like a reborn, like, a resurgence of like, how do you see the next 5, 10, 15 years going, and it starts now. Again, I got to reference The Rock. I mean, I feel like this is going to happen a lot.
No, it's okay. He's the best.
Who
doesn't love The Rock? Do you know anyone who doesn't love The Rock? Like, I love the man.
I just respect who he is, and there's so much to that because I know a lot of, but I love people that do it the right way, and that elevate people's, because that's it. What I love what he said, even in the movie, The Fighting with Family, was like, this is still me, just with the bass and the treble turned, and it's still me, and that's how I feel. When I'm teaching class out there, like I feel that. I feel like that's me.
No, it's an enhanced version of you.
And so, but I also know how to
turn it on
and be able to and turn it off, but also be observant to what, not reactive and just,
That takes a lot of self-discipline and
it's
years
ending.
of
it's never ending,
years of training.
I feel like it's better, but it needs to, it's just constant. And
every day making a choice. I mean, you wake up every day making a choice, and then if it doesn't work out that day, you do get a second chance.
Yeah.
And
what The Rock was saying was,
go back to that.
Besides, what he's cooking, he understood that is people say either one day or they say day one. And I think about that a lot. It's crazy how one saying or one message can really
resonate.
And I think about that. You can keep saying one day this will be this way. And a lot of people live that way. One day, they say, you know what, today's day one. Day one, I'm going to start, I'm going to really stay focused. And so I can say day one. Right?
I love that.
And like, it's in my mind and it's in me. So let's go, whatever is supposed to go, it will. But I have, I choose to have.
It's all about those intentions and the purpose, right? It's like, why do you want this? And what is pushing you towards that? Yeah. And I think that there's some sort of magic in the universe that does align things when you have the right intention and when you have that, that divine guidance. And I think that that's something I've experienced in the last little bit of like making those big decisions of life and what is next and what do I want Wyatt to see and what kind of man I want Wyatt to be. And so even when you feel like you're going in the right direction and then you get those, those thoughts or those doubts or whatever, and then there's random things that I'm eating my hair right now. go back.
I love the color, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, love the
The sun is making me a little bit blonde.
Yeah, summer's here. They like smacked us in the face.
I know it's so hot outside.
But this is what you get.
What was I saying? I was on to something, then I started eating my hair.
What can I say? One thing? What do you remember?
Yeah.
You talked about Valentina and Armani, but your little Wyatt. He's
thank you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, he's very smart.
It's like too smart.
He's too smart for his own good.
Yeah, but it's just so cool. It feels so good to experience this next stage, you know, and learn the lessons that we did and teach it to our kids, and have a blast doing it.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is. You know, I want to experience it with them, and but enjoy it.
They're something that hit me one time that I was like, it's like they're never gonna be this young ever again.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like today, like tomorrow, they're older than they are today. Yeah. It's like, and
it's so true. I try not to think about it, but it's so true because these years are going fast.
Well, that's what they say. The days are long, but the years are fast, and it's like so true. Because I feel like I blinked and Valentina went from like this chubby cutie little, and then now her cheeks are gone, and now she wants to go see Taylor Swift with me. And
you're the reason for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's so much fun.
I even sat through a Taylor Swift movie.
You did. Okay, Dad of the Year award though, because that was so sweet.
Not just Dad of the Year. It was almost 3-hour movie.
I can't believe that you sat there the whole time.
I gotta say, after the movie, I do have appreciation and love for someone that loves what she does, and she's impacting people in a positive way. Come on. If you have anything negative to say about that, and there's a lot of stuff I don't know. I mean, like, at the end of the day, people that go.
You have to appreciate greatness and success where it exists. I mean, haters. I mean, I'm a Swiftie, so we could talk about that for a long time.
My daughter is too, because of you. So I love that.
I don't think I've ever got up and danced in like a movie theater aisle before, and to watch that, not just us, like it was, me, Valentina, like all the girls dancing, and then you had other people in other sections up dancing, and I was just like, I've never seen this before in a movie theater, and to have an artist bring people together in that moment just so that we can forget about everything that was happening outside those doors and just sing Shake It Off and have Valentina scream at the top of her lungs in a movie theater. Like, when do you do that? It was a very fun experience, and now I need to take her to the concert.
Oh my gosh.
And those tickets are sold out, Dad. So we're gonna need an American Express for that one.
Oh my goodness. I would say the last 5 times I've been to the movie theater, 4 of the times I fell asleep. The one time I did it was the Taylor Swift one.
Well,
honestly, like even Encanto, which I've seen 400 times, beautiful movie, one of the greatest Disney movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The first time though, I did fall asleep. It was a little bit late.
But Disney music's so good, makes you feel so good. And
you know what? That's a good way to look at it.
It's true.
The reason that I fell asleep is because I was my heart was at peace.
Yeah.
And I was relaxed. So
I fell asleep during the Lion King Broadway show.
Oh wow.
And
it's a tough one to fall asleep.
Yeah, and I thought I was gonna get in trouble for falling asleep because Dad had been trying to get these tickets for us, and anyway, it was a whole thing, and he fell asleep too. So we both woke up at the end of the show. We looked at each other, we're like, that was an expensive nap.
Expensive nap. That's
because we also did that again when he took me to go see Wicked, and we fell asleep again. Or no, I didn't see Wicked with him. It was The Wizard of Oz. I saw Wicked with Mom. But yeah, him and I also slept during. So I think it's the music, it's the live music, and
I mean,
it's dark, and
it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
You were just meditating, you were just so grateful to be there.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, but that's definitely happened to me. For sure.
It has, like when we had our sound bath meditation in Sedona.
Oh my goodness!
You meditated hard.
Yeah, I will definitely have that story forever. It was in Sedona, and I was so I was just
You were
meditating.
so at peace.
Yeah.
Sedona, if you've never been, and it's very hard to explain unless you could feel it, but it's really it charged like energetically.
Absolutely.
And when you're there, you feel different.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even, no one has to tell you that. Like you feel different. And so we got to experience some really awesome stuff on a trip, a work trip together.
Yeah.
And we did a sound bath, and he was so relaxed that he snored through the whole sound bath. And I'm not saying this to embarrass you, because it was honestly part of but it was like part of the performance. like you were in sync with her, like he was like you know, and it was like it was almost like planned.
This is like WWE. Listen, that was scripted. I was, you know, I was part of the performance.
Yeah, that I was gonna say you and Phaedra, you guys were like, okay, at this point, then like you come in at this octave, and
No, but I was so.
I mean, you were a singer in middle school.
I was a great singer back in the day, and then but then I hurt my knee, so since then it's been tough to you know, it's funny, like all the
I was gonna say, how many team members use that joke?
They use
also.
I have to reinvent the jokes, because when I go back to the schools and I use the same jokes, they don't laugh because they've heard it so many times.
We should, you know, we should have like a martial arts instructor joke book.
I think I can put that together.
I think you could put that together.
I got
you know, a little cheat sheet for some martial, you know, I need a joke about this.
The dad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the dad jokes, the martial arts jokes were like the dad jokes before you were a dad.
Yeah.
No, so it was like, hey, nice haircut. When are they going to finish it?
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. That was definitely dad's. Our dad.
Yeah.
That was his. And I've stole a lot from him.
Yeah.
Like those kind of jokes. Raise your hand if you're not here.
That's a dad joke?
Yeah.
I thought that was a you joke.
No, that's a Victory martial arts joke.
Oh, yeah?
That's actually Victory's first joke ever. Raise your hand if you're not here.
Victory. Okay, so we can say that right now. Say Victory martial arts first joke.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're not here, for sure.
Do you remember when it was said the first time?
March 14th, 1993. No, we opened March 8th, and you know, but it was funnier because Dad used to say it with a straight face. Like a lot of jokes that he said, he kept a straight face. So he didn't know if he was joking
serious or not.
But that's what made it kind of funnier. And then we'd have to train our students to laugh no matter what. So they'd be like, ha ha ha, sir. You know, like it's all about training, you know. But that's the thing about martial arts. Like, it is the discipline. And it is about that. It is without the martial, you don't have the art. The martial is the foundation. The martial is the military, the consistency, the structure, the discipline. And then the art is an expression of beauty. Is an expression.
That's why it's perfect together.
That's why when you put it together, martial art, you get Bruce Lee. And that's a joke I say as well, but it's true. I mean, he was the epitome of that, right? So, but when you put them together, I think and it's part of who we are as people in life too. We've got to have the structure, and we've got to be able to express ourselves. And I love quotes, but the one that again comes to mind is, there's no image to maintain when there's authenticity first. Like if that's the driving force, then it's about just being authentic and saying how you feel. But being able to also know that there's so much still we have to learn. Like I've never been so humbled than I've ever been right now, because I know there's still so much more, but I also know who I'm becoming, and that feels really good. There's a peace, and again, it's all learning because
would you say that there was like something specific that happened that was like, okay, I'm going to start on this transition, or was it a mix of things, or do you think it was age? I mean, there's so many people that I think are in this transition period of making a decision in their life of what does the next, like you said, 5 years, 10 years look like? I mean, for anyone who's kind of, on that, like, what would you say? Like, how did you?
Well, it definitely takes us men longer to get there, maturity wise, and we have our strengths, and we have things that. That's what they say, right? I think
it's science. But.
Yeah, but it's never ending. That's the part that feels good. Is like I just feel like, it. Again, it all happens for us, not to us. You know, I know Tony Robbins said that. Tons of, you know, great leaders and people that shook this world have said that. So, but it's so true when you really think about it, you know. And it's what you value at different stages of your life, right? I value being significant and being this performer, and in many ways that's still me, right? But now I get to do it in this stage. And I think that might be the best one, is because I've learned that, you know, before it was like recognition and being able to, but now.
But I think that does come with age and probably circumstance.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Our kids for sure.
Yeah.
And then and our students too. I mean, you know, I enjoy being me when I can be free. I'm not the only one that shares that feeling. I mean,
no,
freedom is everything.
You said this to me, and I think about it all the time, is like, I like being around people who I don't need to be perfect for. Is that what it was? And it's just like, it's so nice to just be me, say what I want, do, you know, and be in that space of safety and support. And I feel like that's exactly what victory has been for so many people.
Absolutely.
And that's another big part of this that is so exciting, is that we're going to be able to talk to people that have been with us for many, many years and have created their own legacies under your, you know, it's there, this continuously, you know, continuing on, just students and friends and community and like, you know, like morals and values and family first and all of these things that we need to band together for.
Absolutely.
And that I feel like is the core of victory, and that is the core of us. And so it's nice to be able to just talk about it and be open about it and say, hey, this is what we want. This is what we're doing with our families. This is what the Victory Way is. And we just want more people to hear about it, know that they have support in our program, and we get to tell people about that. And that's pretty cool.
We have incredible staff and team members that care, and not just care, but they go above and beyond. And I know a lot of times, sometimes it gets unrecognized, and that's what happens in companies sometimes. You know, you do the little things that but at the end of the day, we all feel good about, you know, we're going to give our best to serve our students and families. And, but I mean, you were saying, you know, it always comes back to that core. That has to be the culture, and that is the culture, and that will always be the culture, is about unity and bringing people from every parts of life together. That's what United States, you know, is all about. And that's the American dream, right? That we can be able to do that. Victory is that. Victory will always be about that. And I feel proud. I have a lot of confidence in that.
Me too. Because the victory is for everyone.
It's for everyone. Because, you know, no matter what challenges you have in your life or whatever, you know, you go to victory, and it's like, it's a brand new day. You know, you can leave all that behind, or you can even, you know,
take it out on the floor,
on the bag, not on each other, but, you know, but in a way that's, you know what,
healthy.
We're gonna exactly, and we're gonna
move that emotion,
feeling better than when we walked in, and that's always my goal every time I step into a school. Is I like to read the room, I like to read the vibe, the energy, parents' faces, the students, are they training, are they enjoying themselves? And I normally gravitate to where is needed, to where I can elevate someone's day. And a lot of times being next to even the instructor. Because I mean, these instructors that were students are now instructors. Students were 5, 6 years old, and now they're leading a bunch of students. And it's a beautiful thing, because I was in that position too. And so I enjoy so many aspects of what we do. And I look forward to the convention, because this is an opportunity for us to come together like that and really come together to experience what we all love. And that first and foremost is the martial arts and the family and the unity. I'm looking forward to it. 31 years. Last year we celebrated 30 years, this year 31. And yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to bring together people from all over the world.
All over the world. Many people from Brazil.
Yeah.
You know, some of the best martial artists I know are from Brazil. They're coming.
Some awesome special guests, or some Power Rangers, and some UFC champions.
You want to learn martial arts at the highest level when it comes to how to run a martial arts school, duplicate your martial arts schools, duplicate instructors.
Your students.
We're proud of how many instructors we have under one organization. How many masters we have at one organization. No, you know. And so again, that's not a knock on anybody else, but the fact that we're able you know, that we were able to see our father build this and we were able to be there and help him build it. It feels darn good. And it's just only the beginning.
And that's what feels so good is that I sense that it's only the beginning.
Yeah.
And we have so many incredible families to talk to and to spread their victory stories. And I just feel so blessed in that. And I really am like just excited to continue to serve our students and our families and tell their stories. And we get to sit down and talk to them during convention. And it always feels so good to get everyone from West Coast and East Coast together. It's like a big family reunion.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
wrestling, they call this WrestleMania. At UFC, they call it International Fight Week. At Victory, we call it the World Convention. At least I got to, put that in the same sentence. We're on our way.
Yeah,
we're on our
absolutely. Victory TV soon to replace Apple TV.
Yeah, anything's possible, right? And so as long as, again, I'm not throw another quote. There's so many quotes.
I love the quotes.
I mean, the quotes are great.
I love the quotes.
Hit a nerve, and it's got to be good timing, and it's simple. Remember, simplicity is the key, and I think quotes are simple. But they still do the job. Kids love saying quotes too. They won't remember everything they do in class, but they'll remember a quote. Parents say, "Hey, what'd you learn today?" "Oh, I learned to kick and punch." But if they can say a quote and they say, "I can tie it to this technique. Mom, I learned how to do this, but I also learned to block away bad distractions and block away people that are trying to harm me." Everything ties into what we teach in the physical. And that's what martial art is. And I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it forever.
Me too.
But I'm going to keep adding on. And I want to keep.
And innovating. Elevating.
That's where we're at. And that's what I'm excited for. And we get to do it together, which is really cool.
And kind of meant to be.
Kind of meant to be.
Kind of meant to be.
Kind of meant to be. When you walk with purpose, when you live with purpose, you collide with destiny.
Ooh, say that again.
When you live with purpose, you collide with destiny. And I got to give a shout out to, his name is Grandpa Rivera. He said that quote for the first time. Got to give him a shout out. And he's the grandpa of one of my demo team members, Robert Rivera and Dr. Phillips.
Oh, how cool.
He one of the greatest speakers I'll ever. So I'd love to see him again. Actually, I'm gonna reach out.
You should.
But
tell him he dropped a line.
And I just that living with purpose, and a lot of times we don't know what that is. Like every day will bring you closer. You just gotta stay focused and have the right people and know what noise to block. Because there's a lot of noise out there. You gotta block it and just stay. But still learning. But let's enjoy the heck out of it while we're doing it, right?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sign me up. Lifetime.
Victory for life.
Victory for life.